Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday evening. Oh, my hair's a mess. Tuesday evening at 20 of 5 in the afternoon. I just got dinner made, so thought I would come on and show you how to make homemade vanilla ice cream, but I'm going to put peaches in it because you saw, well, no, you guys didn't see it. Facebook saw that I went and bought peaches yesterday. So I've got 25 pounds of peaches I got to use up in like 3 days. Um, this is my last week before I go to work, back to work at the school. So I went and bought me an ice cream maker from Walmart because years ago when we had another house, we lived around the corner and our kids were young. I used to make ice cream all the time. And then we went through a stage where we weren't eating as much ice cream, and then the ice cream maker got old and icky, and I ended up throwing it away when we moved. So I went back to Walmart and I bought me a nostalgia ice cream maker. So the inside is plastic, and the outside actually has a wooden inlay. That's actual wood. So it looks like the old-fashioned crank style. I want the electric. I don't want to stand here and hand crank it. Now, if I had a bunch of grandkids around the house and they needed something to do, I would get a hand cranker and let them all take turns hand cranking like the old days. Okay, so um, I ended up getting a new ice cream maker, and I have all these peaches. And I found a recipe on Pinterest, so I'm going to make this recipe with you guys. So I'm going to show you how we do it. Now I'm going to end up taking this outside and plugging it in right outside the door because I don't want to listen to it for 20 minutes going. And that's the only reason why I didn't buy the ice cream maker attachment for my mixer. I could have bought an ice cream attachment for my mixer. However, you have to sit here and listen to your mixer run for 25 minutes. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'd rather have a different electric one that I can take outside, let it run, go check it, watch the clock, check it, and then do it that way as opposed to listening to it running in the house. You know, that was my only downfall from that. Would I love one? Yes, I would absolutely love one, but do I want to listen to my mixer? I don't know. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and make this recipe. Now, there's two different ways to make this particular recipe. One is to heat everything up and then stick it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. But at the bottom of this recipe, it says, feel free to skip the simmer step and simply whisk everything together and then pour directly into your ice cream maker. The ice cream is absolutely delicious this way and will as well when simmered as well as when simmered and chilled first. So I'm going to skip the simmer step and I'm going to do the other step. However, I'm going to put a twist on it. Like I always put a twist on recipes because I can what I did for the Amish bread recipe is I had to heat that stuff up too to dissolve the sugar. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 1 1/4 cup of milk and the 3/4 cup of sugar in a measuring cup. I'm going to microwave it for 30 seconds and dissolve the sugar first. Then I'm going to add the heavy cream, the salt, and the vanilla. And then it says optional 2 cups of add-ins. It says soft brownies, cookies, blondies work great. Well, I'm going to put peaches. You can make any kind of flavored ice cream using a basic vanilla ice cream recipe. You just change what your add-ins are. This one's going to be peach. You could change it to banana. You could change it to strawberry. You could change it to a little bit of mint extract and some green food coloring and some mini chocolate chips and make it chocolate chip mint. You could put marshmallows and chocolate chips in it, make it, and well, you'd have to add chocolate somehow, cocoa chocolate or melted chocolate to it to make chocolate Rocky Road. You can do all kinds of variation using a basic recipe. This is my basic recipe. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. I got my big measuring cup here. A heavy gallon of milk, 1 1/4. Where's my quarter? Doesn't have a quarter. It has, oops, it has a third. Oh, there's a quarter. It's just not marked. It's there. It's just not marked. Okay, and then I'm going to put three-quarters of a cup of sugar. The other day I used for my bread almost every bit of flour I had in the house. So now I gotta go buy more flour too for my bread making. 3/4 of a cup. Let me find it here. Because I think it would be better with the granulated sugar dissolved. I really do think so. All right, I'm going to give that a stir. I might even put my vanilla in it too. Let's go 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt. This is just fine table salt. It's not really I'm going to put a little bit more than that. It's not really sea salt. It's just table salt. Let's see. 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Homemade vanilla. A must. All right, now I'm going to pop this in the microwave. Stir it together. 30 seconds at a time. I think last time it took 1 minute, 30 seconds at a time. This will be just enough to dissolve the chicken. I mean, to dissolve the sugar. I make chicken for dinner. I was looking at it. That's why I said chicken. Anyway, it's just long enough to dissolve that sugar. And then I need 1 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Okay, and I just bought heavy cream at Walmart. There is another recipe that calls for heavy cream in half and half. And I bought half and half too. That must have been the recipe that I popped up while I was in the grocery store. So I'll have to look for that one tomorrow and maybe make a different one later with the half and half, because I bought a half gallon of half and half. And I need to find that recipe. There's all kinds of ice cream recipes out there. Some are custard based, which calls for eggs. And you really do need to cook those, you know. So I just wanted to do something simple tonight, you know, something easy, something simple, and we'll check it out, see how it is. Hold on just a second. Okay, spin 1 minute, 30 seconds at a time. And it's not really hot. It's just warm enough to dissolve the sugar. Okay, so here is my canister. Point you down where you can see.